taking a break from work and thinking that this would actually be a great time to talk about frenemies. And I'm not talking about the podcast frenemies. I'm talking about real life frenemies. And wondering what it is about myself that makes it so that I've had so many friendships in my life that turn out to be I don't know, one-sided, I guess, because I'm the kind of person, when I have friends, I go out of my way to help them and to be there for them. I'm that friend. If you're going through a problem, I'll try to figure out ways to help you solve it. I'm that friend where if you say you're going through a rough time, I'm going to show up at your house in the morning unexpectedly with coffee. I'm that friend who, if you're going through financial difficulties, I'm not going to ask you if you need something. I'm going to figure out what it is I can help with, and then I'm going to do it with no expectation of repayment. I never give more than I can afford to. I never give unless I want to. And I don't know, when I have friends in my life, I love them. I want to make sure that they have what they need, so I look out for them. I have one friend in particular who we've been friends since the 90s, and for the most part, I would say in my friend group, I'm usually the strong one. Like, I'm the natural born counselor. I was the kid that saved baby birds and rescued kitties and puppies. And I guess kind of in a way I've done the same thing with humans. Anyways, I'm the stronger of the two when it comes to the friend that I'm telling you guys about now. I'm saying a lot. Ugh, I hate it when I start noticing patterns in my speech. But whatever, I'm gonna try to chill. Drinking coffee too, and it's not hitting on anything right now. It's Peet's, which normally I love Peet's, but ever since I had the Rona, my sense of taste, and this was a long time ago, my sense of taste has been very different. Anyways, back to where I was. So this friend that I had is a very sensitive person, and like gets upset really easily, gets offended easily, is very sentimental. So at times in our lives when I felt like she could have done a better job being there for me and she wasn't, or she would say things that would sort of hurt my feelings, I wouldn't really say anything about it because, number one, I knew it wasn't intentional, but also because I knew that addressing it with her would really hurt her feelings, and I didn't want to do that. But I've changed over time, and I've gone through some major instances in life that have changed me, maybe made me a little less patient for people who don't acknowledge that I need them to be stronger for me too, that it's not always going to be one way. So for instance, I went through a very serious isn't the right word, and I don't want to set off the censors. So there was a loss of a child in my family, and it wasn't a natural loss. And that situation has been life altering for me. It resulted in going to court for 3 trials over the course of a decade. So in and out of court, sometimes on a daily basis. Nightmares, mental health problems, you name it, I had it. And I can honestly say that for the most part, she wasn't there for me. She's the kind of person where when I would start talking about how I felt about what happened, she would sort of only half listen. And sometimes I felt like she did it because what we're talking about is like so heavy. And, you know, she knew the child that was lost. So I always kind of just assumed, you know, wanted to just give her the benefit of the doubt that it was making her sad too. So maybe she was cutting me off or not listening to me because it was upsetting her too. So here I am trying to navigate my way through this life-changing loss and also thinking of her feelings too. But I noticed over time she wasn't being supportive. She wouldn't call and check on me. Could have spent 50 cents on a freaking stamp and sent me a card. Just nothing like that. And one of her canned responses is, "Oh, I'm sorry, friend." You know, you tell her about the horrible things that are going on, and the response is, "I'm so sorry, friend. I know that hurts." And that's it. The other thing that she would do is she would, this guy over here is totally distracting me. The other thing that she would do is only half listen and then change the subject. So here you are talking about, here I am, there I was, it's not happening currently, there I was talking about my feelings, and rather than like process what I just said or even acknowledge it, it would be like, "Oh, well, let's watch this. I saw blah 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 last weekend." And I don't know what I was doing making excuses for it, but anyways, here I am, much older, much less patience for that kind of behavior. And in recent times, I started telling her how I feel. Maybe I was doing it in ways that weren't very nice, but I'm tired of being nice. I wasn't rude. I'm just direct about it. And she can't handle it. What is this guy doing? Anyways, we're not talking right now. Let's see if I can actually make some sense of what the point I'm trying to, because number one, okay, I can't say exactly what she did. I can't tell the story of my loss. I can't use the kind of language I want to use because that would be, you know, censored. So I hem and haw trying to get through, trying to make my point, and I'm having difficulties because I'm editing myself in real time. Okay, so let me get to the freaking point. 9 minutes and 28 seconds later, and I haven't gotten to the point. Okay, what is my point? Here's my point. The loss that I experienced, the loss of a child, I'm not going to explain much more about that because honestly, if I wanted to out myself, I wouldn't be using the name I'm using. It was, at the hands of another person. Well, at the hands of two people. And it was very, well, they were both tried and convicted for first degree. So I don't think that I have to explain much more about that. I think any adult knows what first degree is. We're not talking about first degree eating of chicken, you know. It's ended in somebody's life being taken, and prison sentences, and 3 trials, and just a total disaster. And it was done with a sharp object. So I think that gives a lot of information. So the other day, my friend who for many years has called me one of her best friends. I'm her bestie. I'm the best. I'm the bestie. Me and her for the longest time. Well, that's what she would say, you know. I don't know how, maybe she looked at me as being a best friend because I'm kind of an awesome friend. I'm the ride or die. Anyways, it was very graphic. What happened was horrifying. The whole reason that we got into a fight is because my friend posted this thing on Facebook. It's a photo shoot, and it's a photo shoot of women who are in the woods, and they've got what looks like a person wrapped in a sheet. So it's a photo shoot that you can do with a few friends that looks like you took somebody out into the woods and did something to them, and there's a shovel involved, and skulls and all that, and red stuff all over the sheet, so you can read between the lines. And on this post, I told her, you know, I hate those. I really hate those, and let her know that it made me sad. And what happened after seeing that was I had anxiety and I had nightmares after looking at that. And I had anxiety the whole next day. And she didn't take it down. All she did was give me her little sorry face, you know, the little frowny face with the tear. Whatever. She makes me sad. She doesn't care. So I sent her a message and let her know. I screenshotted the post and let her know that really hurt my feelings. That she would post something like that, knowing what I went through, knowing that I had such a loss due to the actions of other people, and how much that hurt me that she did that. And first it was like, well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, kind of thing. You know, I'm sorry you were bothered by it, blah, blah, blah. Then our other friend, so her explanation was that what these women were doing was they took her husband, who was no longer of this earth, out to the woods to bury. Well, our best friend, the 3 of us, the best friend group, gosh, this sounds so lame because we're adults. Anyways, we've all been friends since the 90s. I had lost a child in my family due to the actions of another. And our other friend lost her husband. And this was only a year and a half ago. So to post something like that, and that would affect 2 people who have had these kind of losses, it just seemed so insensitive. And our friend said something to her about that, like, wow, that's really an insensitive thing to post, where a friend who lost her husband could see that. Well, she was pissed. I think she loves nothing more than to get to be the, you know, oh, now woe is me, you guys are attacking me, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she's like, I'm done with you two. I'm not going to let you ruin my day. And that was that. Haven't heard anything since. If there's anybody here who could even understand what I'm talking about, and you've had friendships like this, let me know. Because, okay, I know obviously there's something wrong with me that I put up with that type of relationship for that long. Nobody should be friends with someone where it's a one-way street and make excuses for people. I think Maya Angelou said it best. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And I think I've spent too much of my life having a picture of a pile of dookie and painting it into a rose garden. And I don't know why I do it. I'm not doing it anymore, I can tell you that for damn sure. And I think that's why she's so freaked out lately, is because I've been holding her feet to the fire. I don't know if we're gonna be friends after this. I don't know if she even is a friend. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, other than rambling for 16 minutes now. So if anyone's made it this far, since I'm actually on my work break and I'm at a skate park, leave an emoji of a skateboard, a skater, someone doing a trick, a surfboard, anything that kids would do at a park. Leave me that kind of an emoji so I can see that somebody watched it to the end. And if you did, if you've experienced something like this, let me know your thoughts. If you're a counselor or a therapist or somebody with a better head on your shoulders than I've had for the longest time, give me your thoughts, because I don't know what I've been doing. I only know I'm not doing it anymore.